by the way, folks, this is the 9th year of Holiday Ops. The first couple of years was testing of the random system for the gift, right? But then the loot box came in. Holy crap! It is almost a decade of Holiday Ops. That is crazy. And it's the most profitable, of course, but annual tradition on the channel. Let's try to guess which vehicles are going to be in this year's large boxes. Mostly from pattern recognition, and vehicles are already collecting dust in your game folders, but there are 4 new stipulations for this year, mostly because of 2.0, but gold prices changed or decreased after 2.0. About 10% or so. 10%. So normally a 10,000 gold tier 8 will now cost about 9,000 or so. Right? So you get less gold from duplicates if we're getting duplicates, and gold stipend. They're not taking that away. Otherwise, you have a drop in sales, right? You have to get gold for duplication, right? You have to. Also, it might start early. Battle Pass current season, like 19th or whatever, it ends on November 25th. So we're getting the new patch before Thanksgiving, before Black Friday, by the way. So we might see Holiday Ops before actual December in November. So yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. Normally it starts on the 5th or 10th of December, but hey. Also, no tech tree coming up for a premium tank promotion, right? So we got the contradictions for the double barrel British vehicles, right? We got the Type 63 for the Japanese heavy tank. So we don't have that, right? No premium tech tree line for January of 2026. Therefore, no guarantee vehicles. So originally, the contradictions, the Type 63, the Vipera, the Yoh tank. Was it the Yoh? Yeah, it should be the Yoh. But normally they signal which tech tree is coming up for you to crew train and other stuff, right? You get a taste of the vehicle mechanics and other stuff. The squall already for a vehicle line already came out like last year's summer for the autocannons, but yeah. So none of that. We have no guarantee. So no idea which vehicles are 100% practically, or 90-ish%, right? And finally, tier loot box. We already crossed that Rubicon from middle of the May. We're Raumfalte. It's a Halloween event in the middle of May with tier loot box. And last year, I actually guessed the 3 tier 10s that actually came out in May. So I was a little bit early, but holy crap. So 4 new stipulations. We have no idea, right? We have no idea which tech tree is going to come out, right? Unlike the contradictions, but yeah, let's clear this list and let's get to it. But I'll copy this over right here. Oh no. Alright, you don't need to see the... Alright, just copy this list right here. Last year guest with a tier system. Yay. It'll be funny if we get a tier system. So, well-deserved reward. We already know this. We have covered all the vehicles on the channel. Everything. We actually took a glimpse at everything. So, go back to the videos and check them out. But New Year's gift should be... I'm thinking the Raumfalte bagel wagon. So, alright, that's pretty much guaranteed, right? So for the filler tanks, we already covered those too. R35 / H36. The Strv M31. If I can remember off the bat, off my top of my head. Crap, I'm getting old. Ah, Jesus. Oh, Cromwell with the Applique armor. And the T115. Yeah, I'm still good. I'm not that old and decrepit yet. So pretty much guaranteed Black Prince 2. Already saw from the common test video with the giant Ritz sticker, right? The Roman Bagel Wagon could switch with the STRV M31, one of the which, right? So yeah, okay. But we saw a lot of vehicles. So this is also like a review of this year's vehicle that came out. We saw the K91-2 from Black Market with Jason Statham and the Phoenix costing 100,000 gold for a Waffentrigger off E100 with a different name. So we saw the Lada Stridsyxa. These are ancient vehicles now. The Udarni, the Object 259A, they're not coming out, right? Also the T34M with the T54 turret and a 85. Not likely, right? Not likely. Konish VK36, no. So yeah, we're not going to see all of these. LTS 85, it's like a PT76 almost. Oh, also a KV4, IS4 Proto, the Object 701. These are, yeah, they're not likely coming out, right? So we saw the recent change to the SU122V. It is tier 9 now, also a premium. So we could see this, but I don't know, 65% for last year. New probability is not 65. They're tossing and turning that much with the SU. I don't know, but it should be a premium now. Let's see. Let's add to comparison. It is tier 9 now. Russian Bush tank. It has better camo now. Should be. Originally like 5% camo, which is garbage. Yeah, tier 9. Yeah, a lot better camo now. So definitely buff the camo. It still has like 100mm of hull armor. Yup, at the front. And a better DPM gun with the 122 with the 440-ish. Yep, 122. So yeah, originally the camo was like 5% or 3%. It was crap. And 1 second to switch in and out without the cupola weak spot. So yeah, we already covered all the vehicles, but I'm just talking about the change. It's a pretty good change, right? You can play this thing aggressively too, as an actual assault S-tank, more or less. Other than shooting around the gun. Or the cupola. Yeah, the gun structure is still kind of weak in the nooks and crevices, but normally it's auto bounce. Yeah, normally it's auto bounce. Even the bottom plate is 200. That's actually pretty good. So definitely more survivable than a actual S-tank, definitely. But I'll give it, based on the recent changes, we normally see within like 6 months of the super test to the actual server, right? Some vehicles comes out a little bit early, like the Charlord AP58, which is the trucks. But I would say this is like 50%. New 50%, right? 50%. But Chrysler MTC 2TC has been shelved. I say shelved. This is like 10%. You're not seeing this thing. 10%. Comrez is dead. Not even appearing on the super test, funny enough. The orange ones are stigmata for tier from the tier Raumfalte. They got resold afterwards, like currently for the Panzerneck. But yeah, okay, we're not going to see that, right? Yeah, we're not. Stigmata vehicles. Stigma, not stigmata. Alright, fine, whatever. It's like the original T22 medium tank that comes with a stain of getting it. But we could see the skin ship TVP 100 from the Chinese server. They already had it. We got the Stone Sentinel from Black Market. You could get this or the White Dragon Kampfpanzer 07RH. Kanana Jagdpanzer 2. I forgot about this thing. This came out along the same time as the GST term or so, but it's been a while. I think this is the same scenario with the Chrysler MTC 2TC. It's a premium though, but it's also an S-tank for the Germans with the actual benefits of having the S-tank, other than the Windhund or the HK, right? Those are more or less like not really that accurate and It doesn't really perform as well as the actual S tanks, but this is more in line with the actual S tank. Alright. I'm saying this is the same as the 10% Chrysler, right? This unlikely. Unlikely to see the Canadian JagdPz 2. BZ74, the bastard patent. It came out a year ago. Almost on the super test. This is more likely. I say it's more likely, but based on the SU-122V, this is like 40-ish%, right? Bastard patent. Now, I won't show you all the pictures, right? There's so many pictures, and they will take forever, but yeah, we cover all the vehicles. Trust me, we cover all the vehicles on the channel. And you can also see them on tanks.gg as well, but the same for the 56 TP turret on a CS53. It came out this year though. Yeah, a lot of the vehicle came out this year earlier, like February, March. Already comes out, right? April. VZ62 competing with the recent Jezevek, or this thing. We're seeing a lot of Czech medium tanks, by the way. Yeah, Czech medium tank too at tier 8 or tier 9. Oh yeah, that's right. It has the 100mm. That's less alpha, but one more round than the Skoda T50. I'm getting old. Short wall. I'm surprised that we're not getting a assembly shop for a third set this year, right? We got the DBV, we got the Griffin, and we're missing one more. So we got the repeats of older assembly shop without the skins, but I'm surprised that we're not getting another third tier 10 that's new for assembly shop to round out the year. We might. It's not in non-disclosure agreement yet, so yeah, it's not under NDA. I can talk about whatever the hell I want. So I don't know. Possibly we could see another one before Thanksgiving. That would be crazy, by the way, right? To siphon a little bit before the actual holiday off. That would be crazy. And if that's the case, we have like a bunch of tier 10s. BZT70. This got changed from premium to special, so they are looking at it, right? Or maybe the collector, which is the crossbow, is at tier 8 on the Russian server. So we got tier 10s. We got 4 ready. Short wall, BZT, the hoverfly, and the crossbow. Also the Ashigaru, they took 5. Crocodile Brain Rot is way too recent. It's already on the common test, but way too recent, right? These vehicles are way too recent, other than the random Sherman Firefly. So I haven't even done a video for these two yet. So these two are way too recent. They have the HD pictures and stats already, but yeah, these two are way too recent. I'm thinking the Yo tank is for like January marathon for Robocop. Yeah, definitely. Usually it's a movie in the 80s, in the middle of January, right? Robocop marathon. I'm calling it. Well-deserved reward. Yeah, we already know about this thing. Ah, crap. It makes sense that if they pull vehicles, right, from about middle of this year, like May or July or June, into holiday ops vehicles. Did it happen for last year? Let's see. We got the DZT, which came out when? May. DZT, XM57, the Taro, all about middle of the year, right? So based on pattern recognition or so, you will not likely see like September vehicles or August vehicles or obviously October vehicles for holiday ops. You see, so we are aiming for about the middle of the year, if that's a scenario. We are aiming for like 2 tier 9s at least, right? 2 tier 9s, the rest are tier 8s. We could see tier system. So, based on middle of the year, we have a pick of a bunch of tier 8s. Serpente is very good. I mean, Stridsyxa is okay. It's not as crazily armored. It's like a Lanson, which is still pretty good, but it's a different flavor of Lanson. We have a bunch of tier 9s too, right? I don't want the SPHT. This is very... We have so many premium tier 9 American heavy tanks, funny enough. Now, I'm going to be biased. And we have no idea what the actual tech tree is going to be. So, no idea, no guarantees. We could see even tier 11s, right, for next year. Who the hell knows? But I'm going to be biased and putting my first pick for this year's Holiday Ops boxes as a JagdPz. Of course it is. I love this thing. It's a mini crocodile. It's a crocodile, but smaller. So I'll put it there because I like it. JagdPz. Did I spell it wrong? I spelled it wrong. Okay. Actually, it's the other way. Alright, whatever. Yep. That's my first guess for one tier 9. I need another tier 9 for the middle of this year. Ah, crap. The Yong or the Serpente, right? These are two... Serpente is better than the Yong, but Yong is definitely not as bad as the WZ-114. That's just terrible. So... We also covered the TBT and the French. There are choices, but yeah, for May I'll pick the JagdPz or an E90. There's not that many tier 8s, funny enough. Yeah, there's not that many tier 8s. Holy crap. We need like 3 tier 8s. At least different nations too, right? So I'll put a BZ-74 because I'm biased for patents as well. I'll put Serpente as the second. Oh, double barrel. Yeah, we're not putting the Yong. There's one double barrel is enough, right? So it's either the Serpente or the Yong. One of the which. But crap. Need 2 more tier 8s to fill the list. It's also kind of funny how we have shifted. You can see from the spreadsheet, we have shifted from tier 8s to tier 9s. Majority of the premiums now are tier 9s. And possibly tier 10 special, right? But yeah, we have shifted from like an influx of tier 8s, funny enough. I think the Canada JagdPz is way too late, right? Coming to the party. SU-122V might be something else, like emerald boxes for St. Patrick's Day or something, right? And we know one of the token tank, and that's the Char Yuda. That is not a premium, so this is next year's token tank. I'll put a blue for that. But Stridsyxa? Alright. It's funny. Wasn't there an X? Yeah, close enough. Yeah, there was. Not Z. Oh, what? Close enough. Holy crap, we don't have that many tier 8s to work with. That is insane when you think about it. I mean, they could put like multiple tier 9s, right? Since the gold price changed. That would be funny if they did that. If the gold cost of a tier 9 is about the same as originally a tier 8, then might as well influx with a bunch of tier 9s now. And plus you already have tier 11s. That would be the new meta when you think about it, right? So for example, we'll pick a tier 9 out of the bat. E77, right? So E77 now costs 11,000 gold. Originally, prior to 2.0, E77 was 13,000 gold. So about 10% change, right? A little bit more. But if that's the case, if we're getting a decreasing gold price, could we see like 4 tier 9s instead of normally 2 out of the box? That would also be pretty good if they just basically changing how you're getting the gold stipend after the gold prices decrease. just add more tier 9s to the loop. I doubt it, right? I really doubt it. But I'll put another tier 8 as funds. Ah, crap. We have tank destroyers, German. If I put the JagdPz in E90, I'm not putting the Canon on JagdPz 2. Right? You should not have like duplicates or multiple same nation or same classes, other than playstyle, right? So, yeah, double barrel is already covered. Heavy tanks covered, medium tanks covered, tank destroyers covered. I'll put a light tank like a. It'd be funny if the Projet Louis makes it. No, it's a tier 9. Can I have 3 tier 9s? The LTC or ATAC2 hasn't come out yet. Yeah, this is a light tank. Am I going to put 2 light? Now, there's no light tanks to work with. You have to do a copy. Ah, Scheiße. Yeah, let's just put the CS53 with the garbage right here. It's a lot better than the 56 TP. A lot better than the 56 TP. Alright, fine. Well, there you go, folks. That's my pick. That's my pick for this year. But, like I said, stipulations are there. We have no idea what tech tree is coming up. So, no promoting premium tank of the same playstyle to showcase. Also, tier loot box. Also, battle pass ends early. And wasn't there like an article about like EU having new regulation about random gifts or something like that, right? So the Wargaming might cash out prematurely, right? I would do so too. Like, make sure you cash all the money out before the actual stuffs come in or restrictions come in. I would do that. But yeah, some of the older vehicles could. I mean, this already came out for the Chinese server. It's a 113 with the Object 140s turret. So, fudge it. Let's go tier system. What's the second tier? We'll put more tier 9s into the tier system, but Jensen VZ62, the light tanks, possibly, right? I really don't want to put. Yeah, oh, this is way too late. LTC2, Projet Louis, Jensen. There's also not that many freaking tier 9s when you think about it. Oh yeah, we could just do this. SU-122V. Projet Louis. And another tier 8. We don't have another tier 8. Funny enough. Maybe the SPHT, right? But here's the fun part. Schwartwall. Based on playstyle, we already got a lot of this stuff, right? And originally, for the Raumfalte, it's all heavy tanks. All heavy tanks. Even though some playstyles are a little bit different, it's all heavy tanks. So, crap. Put the collector. No, BZT is definitely there. BZT is definitely. Yeah, BZT is definitely there. Oh crap. Well, BZT is definitely there. And put one more for fun. Ashigaru. Yeah, it's a tank destroyer. It's a little bit different. Well, there we folks. Oh god. So 2025. What a crap year. Holy crap. The influx of marathons, the influx of freaking loot box, the tier loot box. What a great year for money. Holy crap, there's so many marathons, right? Double marathon back in July for Tomb Raider and Duke Nukem. Because why not? We got like 2 marathons again for Wolfenstein, The Walking Dead, Halloween event, the Brenos for anniversary. Jesus Christ. How many marathons? The Rambo. Can you jam into 1 year? The only straight up selling of a new vehicle this year was it the KV4? The Turchernov KV4? No, we got 2. we got 2 straight sale of meh Russian tanks. The KV-4 Tuchenov and the ST-66, the James May double limousine Object 430 strapped together into a vehicle. But yeah, these 2 are just whatever. So holy crap, there were so many marathons this year. I felt burned hell. All right, I'm just paying shit. I'll use gold, whatever. But oh Jesus, holy crap. So yeah, Robocop marathon for January. And next year, we got stuff lined up for next year too. Holy crap. So, yeah, we'll likely see these in like emerald boxes or Waffen Trigger events, right? So we got, usually it's about 6 months spread. 6 months or so. So, alright. Now finish up, we already covered a bunch of Russian tanks. Not in that much detail, but there were a few this year. So, the Israeli vehicles, the WZ-57-1 for smaller assembly shop. The ULAN for a smaller assembly shop. It's like a Polish can opener, in a sense. The British double barrels, it's a little bit different. They took the can opener and placed it at tier 9. Calling it the, what the hell did they call it? The Cyclone is like a Sentinel, except double barrel. They call it the Celtic. That's what it is. So we have crossovers of vehicles similarly, like the Yong to the 617Q, but they have fun stuff. They have fun, like a Stugma. And then where the hell is a Sturm Tiger? Yeah, Sturm Tiger's there. So not assault artillery. It's a tank destroyer, but of course. So yeah, it's been I'm not putting which vehicles came out, when they debut on the super test. That's way too much work, right? I'm just listing all the new vehicles I could find, other than the copy, like a E77 with a skin or stuff, right? So the Orso is a forward-mounted tier Toro with more armor. The Leshak is our Volkodov. Yeah, it's our Volkodov. But, yeah, there you go, folks. These 2 are their token tanks for this year. Ours are ERAC and the Object 265T. But there you go, folks. So, my pick for this year, it's funny. We have been cleaning up a lot of the older vehicles, right? We cleaned up stuff like the Model 6, the K91-2, a lot of Stridsyxa this year, the Chieftain Mark 6, MBTB, even the FCM2C came out this year. We are not expecting this piece of turd, right? Also, the Object 168G. We cleaned up a lot of the older vehicles, like a lot of the older vehicles. Holy crap! What the hell is the piece? I only played it during like once or twice or something. I think I played it on the equalized mode, just because you have so much goddamn health. Alright, there it is. Oh, I can't even preview. I have it in the garage. Alright, just show me the piece of turd of this year. Yeah, the worst vehicle possibly of this year. No question. Yeah, this is definitely the worst vehicle of this year. No question. It has a powerful gun, but that's the only thing going for it. It's slow, and it's lots of health, right? Armor's negligible. The worst vehicle of this year is possibly this thing. And we're not doing a rate the best vehicle, the worst vehicle of this. So we'll do that later. But as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know which vehicles you think. But the $1 million question is there going to be a tier system? That's the main question. And is it going to be like a uptick in tier 9s out of the normally 2 out of the 5, right? Could we see like 4 tier 9s just because the gold price is decreased? Could we see the holiday ops come early before Thanksgiving? That would also be pretty crazy. But as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.